So good morning to second period and third period. Good afternoon to fourth or fifth, depending on what class period you're in. We're taking notes today on light and eyes. Um, and we're going to talk about how the different levels of how you can see things when it's regardless if it's reflective, um, and translucent or opaque. And also, we're going to talk about how when you look at certain things, how your eye actually processes it. And we're just going to do a brief review on the eye, short and sweet. You're also going to do a worksheet where you're going to fill in the blanks. There will be a slide at the end that will give you majority of where you need to put the words in the boxes. Um, so make sure you're paying attention. This stuff will be on your test on Friday. So your notes is your review. So whatever you decide to write down is good for you. I would write as much as possible. Um, let Mr. Ward know if you have any questions, or if you see me in the hallway, let me know if you have any questions. Um, we will be taking notes tomorrow, um, doing something on Wednesday and Thursday, and the test on Friday, and whatever work that you have out. All grades will be done by Friday so that you know what you have. Um, when you go on fall break, because you can check in for the campus if you choose to. But you'll definitely know when you come back on that Monday. Transparent. So when the easiest way to think about transparent, it's used as an adjective. Um, all these words are adjectives. You can see clearly through it or you can see through it, period. That's what transparent is. On your tests and on a couple slides and a video, make sure you pay attention to the different objects or things that can be transparent because it will be on your test. Super easy stuff. Um, but if in this example, you see the flashlight and it's turned on and it's shining straight through these sunglasses or regular glasses, that makes it transparent. Air is transparent. Water that is clear is transparent. Um, so almost all the light that encounters a transparent object will pass directly through the object. You can see the details like colors through transparent objects. Also, transparent transmits most of the light that strikes through stuff. So it'll go straight through, it won't stop. So the light will continue on. Um, I'll give you 2 minutes between, try to give you 2 minutes between each slide also so that you can write down what you think is important or what on the slide is easier to remember because a lot of this is the same information. So you decide what you need to write down. Translucent. This one will get you definitely confused with transparent. The difference is that translucent you can barely, so it's not totally clear, um, to see through. So scattered light as it passes through, you can usually see something behind a translucent object, but the details are blurry. Wax paper, frosted glass. Um, so it's like fog is one of those things. If you're on the school bus or you're riding with your parents somewhere and you get up early enough and there's fog on the road and you can see maybe a couple yards. If you're in football, you definitely understand what I'm talking about, or any sports, or a couple feet for people who don't, in front of you. So you won't see the whole entire road. You'll see part of the road, or very little, and that's translucent. So allowing the light to pass through but not show the whole image or object that's in front of you. So you might see the road, but you might not see that there's something laying in the road, like a little branch or roadkill because it's always in the road. Um, but let's say if there's a human, you will see a shape that looks like probably a human, but you won't see that person's face. Or the same way with deers or other animals. Because on my way to work, if it's foggy, 9 times out of 10, it's another car or it's a deer. Or sometimes little raccoons or possums run across the road. Um, so it's usually a little blurry, or the image could be not as clear or fuzzy. Um, so that's translucent. Opaque is one of my favorite ones because it's not spelled same as the rest of them. But anything you can't see through all. So like if I turn on a flashlight, literally shine it to a wall, it's not gonna go through that wall because it's an opaque object. Same way if you shine a light to the table or to the chair, it's not gonna go through. Just like in the example, it's not gonna go through the toy box. Period. We understand that. So usually it either reflects the light or it absorbs it. So most of the time it reflects or absorbs. So if I see the light stop in the distance and I'm walking, and all of a sudden, if I am 3 feet away and the closer I get, the light stream gets smaller, that means there is an object in the way and the light is not going through it. Because if it was translucent, it would go somewhat far and you kind of would see what was in front of you. It would be blurry, but the light would still continue. And translucent, it would go straight through it. So opaque, it just stops. Um, so usually this is the easiest one to remember. So anything that light cannot go through, it is opaque. And this is what I was talking about, the difference of transparent versus translucent. Almost all light that passes through something is transparent. Light passes directly through, details of the other side are visible. On the opposite side, someone passes through, the light is scattered, and details on the other side are not really visible. Um, there will probably be something on your test to this effect. Maybe not be the same words, might be, but you should know the difference between the two. So I'll definitely give you a couple minutes to write those down. So these are different examples of all three. Um, and also there will be a video. So if you don't catch these, because if I was you, I would definitely write down at least three of each. Um, just saying. Or if you can make up your own three, because it doesn't have to be these three. Um, just saying. Because there's a video, it's a short one. It's going to be about the different examples of all three. If no way.
Welcome to Moo Moo Math and Science. In this video, let's look at the difference between transparent, translucent, and opaque. A transparent material allows visible light to pass through it. Some of the light may be absorbed, but it is possible to see the objects clearly through this material. Translucent materials allow some light through them, but it is scattered and it's impossible to see a clear image through the material. And opaque materials do not let light through them at all. The light is either reflected or absorbed. Let's look at the difference between transparent, translucent, and opaque. A transparent material allows visible light to pass through it. Some of the light may be absorbed, but it is possible to see the objects clearly through this material. Translucent materials allow some light through them, but it is scattered and it's impossible to see a clear image through the material. And opaque materials do not let light through them at all. The light is either reflected or absorbed. The material at A is transparent, and you can see the car clearly. The material object B is translucent, and the image is not clear. The material at C is opaque, and you cannot see the car. Let's take a look at this pool. This pool is translucent, and I wouldn't swim in it. This pool is half transparent and half opaque. These bottles are transparent, and you can see through them clearly. This one is translucent, and the objects inside would be unclear. And this one is opaque. You cannot see anything inside of it. And here they are all together. This window is transparent and very clear. These windows are translucent, and the objects are not clear. And the curtain is opaque. And here they are all together. I hope these examples help you understand the difference between transparent, translucent, and opaque. Thanks for watching, and Moo Moo Math uploads a new math and science video every day. Please subscribe and share. Welcome to
And if you didn't hear the whole video, we'll replay it over. Had technical difficulties. So this is the human eye. And if you are going to do anything with biology, anything with health, or especially psychology, you will be talking about the eye. And we're definitely not going to go into too deep a detail because it's not a health class. But your pupil is what is that dark spot in your eye, and your iris is what gives you your color. So if you're blue, green, hazel, dark brown, that's what your iris does. It gives you your color. Your cornea pretty much protects your iris and your pupil and your lenses because your lens gives you what you can see. So sometimes your lens won't give you a 20/20 vision, so that's why you have to wear glasses. And all this fantastic stuff. There's the blood vessels, there's the optic nerve, there's a retina. There's a lot of things interesting about the eye if you really want to go into detail. Though we're not doing it today. Um, we're just going over a brief summary of it because you need to know how light travels through your eye and also how you can see certain things. Your cornea is it pretty much is where the light, it covers the front portion of your eye. It covers your pupil and your iris and stuff. There's no blood vessels, there's nerves in your cornea. So like if something scratches or gets in your eyes, that's why you're alerted automatically because that's a sensory nerve. It helps keep germs out of your eye. It helps keep dust. Also, your eyelashes do the same thing. That's why if you like flicker your eyes a lot and water starts to form, it'll help wash out the dust. Uh, that's why we always say if you get something in your eye, make sure you go to a sink or a hand washing sink. We don't have one of those in the room, but most science rooms do. You hold down the lever and the tops will pop off of the little water spouts and it'll come up like a sprinkler system and will help flush a lot of water in your eyes so you can help clean out your eyes, especially if you use chemicals or if you are around stuff that is dusty. Um, eye wash it works very well. Um, that's what eye drops pretty much do. Um, it also acts like a window that helps control and focus how much goes in and how much light goes in. Um, your eye, Your iris is what gives you your color. It also regulates how much light enters your pupil by making it bigger or smaller. If you're in a dark room and you walk out of it, you can tell that your pupils are super big and your iris is really small, or how your pupils are really small and your iris is really big. Lenses, that helps your eye to focus on the different lights, allows you to see different things. And your pupil, we were talking about, it's the dark center circle in your eye. Your retinas is in the back. It helps communicate directly to your brain what is being seen by the lights. So this is an example of this is what happens when you're looking at something. So if I was looking at this tree, that's what the tree looks like. It's standing up tall. That is what I see. When that light goes into my eye and it travels back up through my retina to my brain, before it gets to my brain, it's upside down. That's what the vision is. We won't ever see that part, but that's what it is. And then it'll flip when it hits your brain, because then your brain puts it all together. So nearsighted and farsighted, this is what happens usually when people have to have glasses. The light hits different areas, and your lenses also. There's a way we can go way deep into it about nearsighted and farsighted. But a nearsighted person can see nearby things clearly, but objects that are in a far distance are blurry. The eye is too long, so the lenses focus the image in front of the retina, and to connect this, you have to make another lens, which is your glasses, in front of the eye, spreads out the light before they enter in, and results of that's why you are nearsighted. So anything that is close to you and you're nearsighted, you can see well, and you wear your glasses because you need to see far away. The opposite with farsight, you can see very far away, objects very clear, but stuff that is very close to you, like reading a menu, a text message, or even a worksheet, you would have to put that far away from you to see.
Our topic for today is human eye. The human eye is one of the most valuable sense organs that enables us to see the world around us. Let us study about the different parts of an eye. Sclera is a tough outer coat that protects the entire eyeball. Choroid is a vascular layer of the eye. It contains blood vessels that nourish the inner parts of the eye.
Please, sit properly.
Sorry. No worries.
Cornea is the front portion of the eye. It is convex in shape and bulges outside. Light enters the eye through the cornea.
Huh?
Hey.
Iris is a dark muscular diaphragm located just behind the cornea. It regulates the amount of light entering the eye by adjusting the size of the pupil. Pupil is a hole in the middle of the iris. Size of the pupil decreases or increases depending upon the intensity of light entering the eye.
Hmm?
Eye lens is made up of a transparent jelly-like substance, which is made up of proteins. It is held in position by the ciliary muscles and suspensory ligaments. The ciliary muscles and suspensory ligaments adjust the focal length of the eye so that we can see distant and nearby objects clearly. The ability of the eye to focus on distant and nearby objects by changing the focal length is called accommodation.
Please go inside.
Aqueous humor is a viscous liquid filled in the area between the cornea and eye lens. It prevents the eye from collapsing due to changes in the atmospheric pressure.
Where are you going?
I was just taking a walk.
Please, get inside. I don't want to be late.
Hey. Hey.
Retina is a delicate membrane having a large number of light-sensitive cells. The light-sensitive cells get activated upon illumination and generate electrical signals. The light-sensitive cells are of two types. Rods, cells that respond to the intensity of light, and cones, cells that respond to the color of objects.
Hey, what is this? This is the macula. It is a tiny area in the retina which is responsible for clear and sharp vision. Hey, did you know that there's a small depression inside the macula? It is called the fovea sentalis. Here, maximum number of cones are present.
An inverted real image of the object is formed on the retina. The electrical signals generated by the cells are sent to the brain through the optic nerve. The brain reassembles the signals into a meaningful image and gives rise to the sensation of vision.
Come on. Bravo! Seems like jelly.
Vitreous humor is a jelly-like substance filled in the space between the retina and the eye lens. It helps in maintaining the shape of the eye. Blind spot is a small region in the retina where the optic nerve enters the eye. It is insensitive to light, hence it is called the blind spot. Different parts of an eye: sclera, choroid, cornea, iris, pupil, eye lens, ciliary muscles, suspensory ligaments, aqueous humor, retina, vitreous humor, optic nerve, blind spot.
Oh, we forgot something. Macula. Fovea sentalis.
Huh?
Aha! Ah.
Thank you.
Our topic for today is
So this is for your worksheet. So use the diagram appropriately. Try to use it for your notes. So what you should do is put your notes in a folder put your worksheet in a folder. So when you have to do notes tomorrow, you put it all together and you study 15, 20, 30 minutes at night or during sixth period and go over it. Now, are we going to talk about blood vessels, and the different muscles and stuff like that? No. But the pupil, iris, cornea, retina, optic nerve, basic stuff. That's why I found those videos, and also you can look these videos up yourself on YouTube. That's where they all come from. And there's some videos that are really, really basic. There's some that go in really, really detail about light and about eyes. So we're gonna pause the video. Use this to fill out your worksheet. Make sure you put your worksheet in the tray that is labeled your class period in the back of the room. Make sure. Actually, no, I don't even. Yeah, yeah. Put it in the tray because it'll be your participation grade. So yeah, put it in the tray after you're done. You'll get it back the next day or Wednesday at the latest. So it's a easy 10% grade. So fill it out, put it in the back of the tray with your class period. Make sure you put your name on it first and last, and also your class period, so your paper won't get lost.